Hi, and welcome to the next help video dealing with event options under the Site Options area. The first thing you're going to want to do after logging in is from the main menu choose the Administration area. And then once you're in Administration, you're going to want to choose Sites from the menu. Select the site that you want to change the event options for. Down at the bottom right, you're going to choose Site Options by clicking on the bar. You'll see below a lot of different options that you can perform on your site. We want to look at Event Options. This will pop up a new window that allows you to change the different settings for your events page, as well as your event listings. A descriptive title is the first input field, and what descriptive title does for us is it gives the name that you're going to have on your events page. It will also be used if you have an events listing. It'll be the heading for that events listing. So if we change this to, let's say, current events, and click on Save, we'll notice that up in the upper left-hand corner, the Windows value name is Current Event Options now. And what it also changes is the heading for your events listing. Also changes the heading on your events page. The next field under the events option is the parent page, and the welcome page is our home page, and that's the default that it will go under, that all of your pages will go underneath for their parent page. It will always default to the home page, but you can select to have a different page be its parent page. The next thing we can look at is the custom banner. The custom banner represents this area, the banner image area of this events page. We can change this banner to be a custom banner, or we can have it use the default banner that comes with the template. Or it will use the default banner that you've assigned under viewing options for your custom default banner for all other pages, whatever you've set there, if you do not use a custom banner for the events page. So let's go ahead and upload a custom banner for the event page. You'll notice that off to the right shows you the banner size, 950 pixels by 220 pixels, and that's for this template. So if I choose Upload Custom Banner, I'm going to select a banner image. Now this banner image is not at that right dimension, so it's going to be a little skewed, but this is just a representation of uploading a custom banner for the events page. Once I select that, it's going to upload it automatically, and it's going to change the button to Remove Custom Banner. So if I come back here and refresh this page, we're going to see that it's placed that image, and like I said, it would be skewed because it's the wrong size, above your events calendar on your events page. If I click on Remove Custom Banner, and then yes, we will go back to the default banner that we have for the drill down pages. You can also point to a file that's uploaded in the multimedia files area. If you've uploaded an image already to your multimedia files area, you can just reference that path here by putting in the path to the file. So let's just say that we uploaded event banner.jpg to the resources images directory. Now, you can use, for custom banners, you can use Flash movies, PNGs, JPEGs, GIFs, whatever image file that you'd like to use, but you can also use Flash movies. Status and access. Status is where you set the status of the page. You can choose online, under construction, or offline. If you choose any of these settings, what it'll do is it'll basically place that page into an offline or online status. So if I choose under construction, click on Save, refresh that, we're going to see that that page is going to come off as currently under construction. Same thing will apply if you do offline. Now you have the ability to change what that status page looks like. If you don't want to use this image, or you want to put some text on this page to explain when a page is under construction, basically you can give some links to other pages and things of that nature. You can control all of that from the options under status pages. Here you can edit the under construction page, you can edit the offline content page, and you basically can customize those status pages as well. Access levels, this is for registration for security reasons. So if you wanted to limit the users that can actually view your events or view that events calendar, you would basically select your access level, and it goes all the way to 10. You'll notice that we have some names that we've given levels 1 through 5, and then 6 through 10 haven't been named. These access levels are modifiable underneath member options. You'll see that there's our common names that we've given. And because we didn't give any common names for these, they're just listed out as 6 through 10. When you restrict the events page to an access level, let's say silver, and we save this, what's going to happen is if anybody tries to access your events page, your events calendar, it's going to pop up and say this page's content is protected, and it's going to give a login and registration button in the upper right-hand corner. Your users can then go and register, and this is a fully customizable form for registration so that you can gather information about your memberships. Once they register for membership and their email is validated, they'll be able to come back here and log in, and if they log in, they'll be able to see the content that's on this page if they're at that proper access level, at least silver. If we put it back to open, click on save, now it's an open page that anyone that comes to your site can see. Under linking, we have show breadcrumbs, display and sitemap, place link and footer, and enable RSS feed. Show breadcrumbs is breadcrumbs, and breadcrumbs are little links that pop up at the top up here that kind of show you how deep you are into the site. This particular template doesn't use breadcrumbs, so we're not going to see any there even if we have it turned on. Display and sitemap, what that does is it allows you to see in your sitemap page that current events is located under your main site for sitemap. If we turn that off and click on save, refresh the sitemap page, we'll see that that goes away. Let's go ahead and turn that back on again. Place link and footer. What that is down at the bottom of your website pages, and this is site-wide, you have a listing of footer links. And if you want the current events to be listed on that footer link, you just go ahead and select place link in footer. Click on save. And now when we come back here, we're going to see that current events is part of that linking structure on your footer links. And of course, that name will be taken from the descriptive title as the footer link name. Enable RSS feeds. What that does is your site has the ability to do RSS feeds for blogs, news, events, web pages, photo galleries, just about any module that's in there. And you have an RSS feeds page. If we click on that, you're going to see that this lists different things that have been okayed to be RSS feed enabled. Here's your current events, and they can subscribe to all your current events. They can subscribe to categories of your current events, like element as one of the categories. molecular software is a category, and they can go and choose to subscribe to that RSS feed syndication. If I don't want RSS feeds enabled for events, I'll just turn that field off, click on Save, and when we refresh this page, we'll notice that no longer is current events available. Personalized page column content. What this is this is the capability to modify the events page itself, the page with the calendar on it. We have the ability to put in a top column, left column, bottom column, right column, page description. We do all that from this section here. We can hide columns if there's default columns already set that have content on it, but you don't want that default column to be displayed on the events page. You can hide them. The width for the left and the width for the right can be modified, so you can modify it and it'll only affect this page. You can change that to, let's say, 400 pixels wide, or 200. 200 was the default. If you put a number in and you can't remember what the default is, if you click hide and then unhide, it'll go back to the default. So let's do a test here. Let's go into the left column, and we bring up our content editor window, and we just type in like left column test. This will put that text in our left column and scoot everything else over to the right. We can have up top, bottom, left, and right all at the same time if we wanted. Of course, that would shrink down your calendar quite a bit, probably make it a little hard to read. So let's go ahead and take this left column content out. And in this column, in the left column, you can have any of this information. You can put images in, videos in. You can use anything that the content editor can use. So once we've taken the content out of the column, it goes back to the normal size again. Page description. What the page description is that we're going to put some content in the top here. Maybe when we want to describe this calendar, maybe we want to put some boilerplate information in there. So we can put in something like current events, and put this is a test. And again, you can enter in a map or a video or place imagery inside here, and we'll go ahead and make that a heading 1, publish that, and what we'll get is now we have the ability to put in whatever information we want at the top. So we could even change this current events to say latest events. And that'll change that to latest events. But yet over on our home page, we still have current events because it's utilizing the page description name. So if we remove everything from the left column, or the page description, that page description will default back to what it was previously using the page name at the top, and it'll take out our description for us. Under event options, we have automatically archive in blank number of days. What this is it's a fire and forget kind of number. It's what you're doing here is I create an event, and 30 days from its last date of the event, I'm going to automatically archive this event and put it into an archive holding. Archiving does not mean that the event's going to be removed from the server. It just means that it's going to be highlighted in red, and it's going to be indicated that it is an archived event. Days to remain in archive is a number that you put in that means that after it archives, so let's say that you put an event in, 30 days later it automatically archives, then 365 days from that day when it archives, it'll actually be removed from the server. Now you get an email, whoever posted the event is going to get an email indicating that the event is going to archive in 2 days, and they have the ability to go in and change the event date so that it doesn't get archived. They'll also get a notification email 2 days prior to it being removed so that they have the option of going in and changing the date on it, and so that it's no longer going to get in threat of getting removed from the server. The event sort order, what that is used for is on your home page. Right now you'll see that it's sorted in descending order. That means August 30th to August 20th to August 7th. If I want to reverse that, I can place it into ascending order, which will now flip those, August 7th through the 10th, August 20th, August 30th. The same thing applies for if I did a search or if I chose a particular category, the sorting that's going to be found if I did a search. Let's see, event, and we'll click on all categories and go. This is going to be sorted in that particular order. So if I put that back to descending and we redo that search, we're going to see that now it's August 30th, August 20th, and August 7th. Number to display on home page. What this is on that home page listing, how many articles do I want to show up in this listing? If, let's say, I have 50 events happening, but I only want the top 5 to show up here, I would put a 5 here. I can have as many as I want to show up there. If you do not want any of them to show up there, once the event is archived, it falls off that list, but we can also build into the template so that it doesn't show that listing at all. Again, with Element, anytime you're in one of the modules, if you need more help on a particular field, you can always click on the blue help icon right next to it. It'll give you more descriptive information about what that field does. For search engine optimization, SEO, you have the ability to enter in an SEO title, and you have the ability to enter in SEO sitemap page descriptions and search keywords. Now, these page descriptions also apply to your sitemap. When you look at sitemap for current events, you see find out what is on Molecular's calendar. That's the same information that you see in the SEO sitemap page description. This is also meta tags that are fed to Yahoo and Bing and Google and AltaVista and all the different search engines out there so that they can index your site properly. Again, with Element, anytime you have more questions or want more detailed information, you can always look at the help file for that particular module. So if we wanted to see more help about the event options, if we close that and choose help from within the sites module, we'll get a PDF document that'll open up. This PDF document is broken down into each category, and you'll see that the events options is right here with a more detailed description of each of the fields and what they do. And that concludes the event options. Thank you very much.